alive, isn't that great? So let's see, the last time we did this, I believe we had just finished Therum, and we got Liara, and I think I completely forgot to talk to Liara, so I'm gonna go see if I can find her. That's not where Liara is. It has not even been a few weeks, and I have already completely lost my sense of direction around the Normandy. If any of you ever wondered why Maverick doesn't let me drive in Saints Row, this is why.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
Way to go, Chakwas.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up...
Also, fun fact that I completely forgot. If you actually go to Liara after doing a couple of the other quests, she'll think you're a hallucination because she's been trapped in there for so long.
I'm just glad we got there in time.
So am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Is the volume okay? It sounds a little quiet in my headphones now that I think about it.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
So let's talk to her about a couple of things.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
I'll turn it up a bit. Let me know if that's too loud now.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
This is a little unfortunate, though. Benezia was attempting to do something, and something has gone wrong. Which doesn't tell us much, but at least we do know that this is very out of character, what she's doing.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes.
Makes sense.
My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Yeah, I don't really like how the Asari are depicted, since like 90% of them you will ever see are heavily sexualized, but I like the idea behind the Asari. I just wish the implementation had been better.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us. We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
Also, yeah, Asari do not have... Well, what is it? Asari are not the typical male-female sort of shifts. They are kind of their own gender. So, they mostly just shrug and let people call them she, but they're not technically women because they don't have a concept of women. There's a reason for that, which I'll get into it if Liara herself doesn't say it.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
Also, this is another indication of that theory that the universal translator puts terms into what the listener would understand, because if they're not female, they wouldn't technically have the term daughters. That's a human term. Oh, it might be terms in others, but it's a little strange compared to what you said before.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Let's stick with this.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner. Though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood, though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face. It is a great insult among my people. It is possible Benezia's partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
So yeah, well, I don't know the exact details. Essentially, the reason that Asari appear as female is because any Asari can bear a child, so they need a way to feed the child, but they don't have male-female genders because they don't make children through, sexual contact. They just kinda... I don't really know how it works. It just kind of does. There's probably something in books that explains it better, but, yeah.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Maybe something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure.
Yeah, basically!
Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
Also, I think I gave the wrong impression last video, which I'm not really shocked I did. I don't dislike Liara as a character, and in fact, talks like this make me actually like her a lot because she is just so patient and happy to tell Shepard all kinds of things so she learns. I just find her really boring in this game, outside of little conversations like this.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, a part of them lives on in us. The union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
Let's see. She actually told us what this second option was, so I'm going to reload her real quick.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
So that I can talk to the other one.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I think that's... yeah, she didn't have anything new, so let's go ahead and...
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
Also, I want to say I find it kind of funny that subtitles were very clearly an afterthought in this game, considering they're constantly over people's faces. Because you could technically fit them under the wheel, just lift the wheel a bit, but, oh well.
Sounds dangerous. And lonely.
Sometimes I would run afoul of indigenous life forms or stumble across a small band of mercenaries or privateers, but I was always careful. Until the Geth followed me to Artemis Tau. I never found myself in any situation my biotics could not handle. As for the solitude, well, that is one aspect that most appealed to me. Sometimes I just need to get away from other people.
Also, I have no doubt you didn't have any problems until the Geth. Asari biotics are, frightening, to say the least.
You don't like other people?
I suppose it comes from being a matriarch's daughter. People expected me to follow in Benezia's footsteps. They wanted me to become a leader of our people. Matriarchs guide their followers into the future. They seek the truth of what is yet to come. Maybe that's why I became so interested in the secrets of the past. It sounds so foolish when I say it out loud. It sounds like I became an archaeologist simply to spite Benezia.
Also, I will say that I like the idea that Asari sort of scrambled genetics. I believe it's expanded upon more in the second game, but basically when an Asari child is born, they are still fully Asari. You're not going to have like a half-breed Asari Krogan, but they use the genetic memory of the other partner to essentially randomize the genetics in the child, which is what she means by them gaining traits. It's, again, complicated, but kind of fascinating.
All children rebel against their parents. It's a natural part of growing up.
Aha, you share the wisdom of the matriarch, Shepard. That is exactly what Benezia said when I told her of my decision. But there was more to it than that. I felt drawn to the past. The Protheans were these wondrous, mysterious figures. I wanted to know everything about them. That is why I find you so fascinating. You were marked by the beacon on Eden Prime. You were touched by working Prothean technology.
Also, yeah, that I actually did forget that she gets so much more excited. It's not as bad as I expected. She just usually sounds very bored in basic conversations, so I keep forgetting.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate.
Liara?
I never meant to offend you, Shepard.
Calm down.
I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
We were joking with you.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Poor Liara.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool.
She is so cute. I
Now
forgot about
you know
this.
why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
I feel really bad for her. Poor Liara.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
So I think I said it, but the 3 romance options in this game are Caden for girls, Ashley for boys, and Liara for both, because monogendered, they don't really care. Anything else?
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
I just wanted to talk.
Of course, Shepard. What did you want to talk about?
Okay, she didn't
I
have
should
anything
go.
else for us right now.
Goodbye, Shepard.
And I now remember that I already... Chakwas, you okay? Oh, okay. I thought she was T-posing at me for a second there. We have already talked about with everyone else, so now it is time to move on. So I believe the 2 options we had were... Yeah! Noveria and one other... Wasn't it? Yes, I talked to Caden, Rex, Garrus, everybody last time. I just forgot to talk to Liara. Yes. Oh, trust me, I do not mind at all. Okay. So we have Noveria and Pharos. What did I say? I said Noveria and something else. What was it? Noveria? What is Noveria?
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person. I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Yeah, I'm gonna get these 2 plot worlds out that I'm gonna do a run-through of the Citadel. Because for those who are not aware, there is a point of no return in this game. And I vaguely remember where it triggers, so I'm gonna try to get everything I can get settled before I do that. Is this the correct planet? This looks like the right planet. Oh well. Yeah, thank you. So basically like I thought, so I'm gonna finish the 2 planets and then do that. The reason I'm thinking so hard is that one of these 2 planets I need to bring Liara with, and I can't remember which one it is.
Approach control. This is the SSV Normandy, requesting a vector and a berth.
Normandy, your
It's
arrival
this
is
one?
not scheduled. Our defense grid is armed and tracking you. State your business.
Citadel business. We got a Council Spectre aboard.
Landing access granted, Normandy.
He did not sound happy
Be
about that.
advised, we will be confirming identification on arrival. If confirmation cannot be established, your vessel will be impounded.
What a fun bunch. I think I'll take my next leave here.
I love Shepard's smile. I thought it was Noveria, but I constantly mix up Noveria and Pharos, and I don't know why. I just kind of do. Alright, so we're going to go with Liara and Garrus. Also, I want you to look at her bar. Liara is entirely focused in biotics, so you're gonna see people flying around.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Is that... I just noticed, is that voiceover still done by, what is it, Jennifer Hale, the person who does Shepard? It kinda sounds like Shepard to me. Hey look, it's a little robot thing. It's kinda cute. I want one. Can we buy one of those here somewhere? I feel like Shepard was that kind of kid who brought home like 70 strays over the course of her childhood.
That's far enough.
We're not here to cause problems.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
I'm a Spectre. My name is Shepard.
Load of horse crap, ma'am.
We will need to confirm that.
Yep.
Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Noveria.
No.
Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
Yeah, no.
Citadel authority supersedes yours.
Also, that is one thing that I actually do like about... I don't know if it's Liara specifically or if it's any Adept class. Whenever things like this happen, they'll sometimes pull their weapons or they'll just glow threateningly. Yeah, you're not,
Nobody takes my weapon.
Charge and lock! We are authorized to use lethal force. You have to the count of 3 to surrender your weapons. 1, 2, 3...
Captain Matsuo, stand down! We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational.
You-
Parasini-san will meet you upstairs.
You started it!
Behave yourself.
We were perfectly happy to just sit here and wait until you verified who we were. You're the one who started threatening us, you twit.
I'm sure Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
Yeah, like, I mean, think very carefully. It's not easy to lie about being a Spectre. You could have very easily figured it out one way or the other, so just stand there with me for a second. Don't point a gun at me or try to take my weapons.
Weapons detectors, don't mind the alarms.
So I liked Garrus's line about council authority.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. You understand our security chief was only doing her job. One of my duties is orientation of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not mad at your security chief. I think she was kind of stupid, but I'm not mad at her.
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
I'm not here to dig out any corporate secrets.
That's gratifying to hear.
We're just here to find one person. You might have a bunch of corruption around, but unless they're smart and stay out of my way, or don't have people who are willing to give me massive rewards, they're probably safe. Which, of course, means we're probably going to break up like 5 corporations while we're here.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? And a sorry matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia. She is here?
Can I speak with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
Could you tell me how to get there?
You'll need to ask Administrator Analeas for clearance to leave this port.
Alright.
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Also, I want you to know Shepard is already screaming internally at all of this.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the Administrator's office.
Also, I don't actually know what
She
happens
is
if
here.
you
I can't believe it.
surrender your weapons.
I imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
No, we don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're a part of my crew.
Thank you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me.
I really love how warm Shepard is if you go with the Paragon options. She's just a total saint. It's so cute. Okay, I definitely want one of those. Where can I buy one of those? I'm a Spectre. Surely I have the authorization, right? I want a Transformer gun turret. A flying Transformer gun turret.
Respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
And I probably can't claim to confiscate it on Spectre business.
The managers warned us about you.
Sigh. Oh well. Oh, hello.
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here.
I wonder why.
This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
I smell side quest. You know what? Let's just have some fun and go ahead and do this.
I have no problem with that.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Analeas. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with?
Meh, he had me at side quest.
Could I buy something now?
Shepard.
Is there anything in particular the Spectre is looking for?
Let's see if we can get some armor for Liara. I don't know what she's actually got equipped, but I don't think it's anything good. Oh, good lord, these prices. I'm gonna have to smuggle with these prices. I'm apparently a Black Op agent for the strongest government in the entire galaxy. Why am I paid so poorly? Wait, I think she uses human armor, doesn't she? Not that I can afford anything. Alright, let's go get the box. I really want to, but I don't have the money. I don't know if I need to just go start scanning all the planets or what, but every time I've played this game, I always end up really short on credits. So basically everything I am already doing. I think this is just one of those games that didn't balance money out very well, unfortunately. Well, I got the thing. Let's go ahead and take it back to him. Well, I feel like in character, Garrus is just giving Shepard the most flat look. I lectured him about laws earlier, and now I'm helping smuggle. I don't think I've ever actually had that happen, but I'll trust you. You know this game better than I do. You're the one who played this game most. I played 2 the most. Dang, boy. Huh. I do know that all the stuff you get from requisitioning the requisitions officer as a Spectre is the best stuff in the game, so I might just start saving up for that.
Greetings, Spectre. Have you brought the package?
Here you are.
The Spectre has done a great service for this one. From the deepness of light, it thanks you.
You're welcome?
This one promised compensation for services rendered. It humbly suggests that a sum of 250 credits would be most appropriate.
Buddy, that can't even buy a drink.
Would you have had any chance of getting this past customs without me? You can be a bit more generous.
The other's words possess the discomforting ring of truth. This one could raise the sum to 500 credits. That is half this one's profit taken by the other. It can offer no more.
Wait, why are you smuggling something that only costs 1,000 credits when you have stuff in your basic store that is legal that is like 5 times that much? You're not a very good smuggler, are you?
That's thoughtful of you.
This one is glad to have come to an agreement.
I'm just browsing right now.
This one awaits your return.
I'm on duty, Spectre. I shouldn't be talking to you.
Rude. Also, I'm going to warn you right now, I'm going to get massively lost because this area is kind of a big maze. I don't know how people live here. This is... What is this? Is this the office? Okay, this is the office where I need to be. I don't want to be here yet. Also, he didn't want to talk, then he shouldn't be coated with a giant glowing talk signal. Duh. Okay, so just that one giant building for the single Hanar? I think those are the Hanar. What about over here?
The managers warned us about you, Spectre.
You're the Spectre.
Okay, none of the business people are going to talk to me. Good to know.
Management told us not to talk to you.
This looks like a bar? Let's check it out. Or let's not, I guess. Okay. Not a sign or anything. I don't know why I can't go in there. I don't think I'm supposed to go that way yet. What's over here? What is the purpose of these divider things? Like, really? It's not like there's seats over here. Oh, hello, Garrus. Whoa. That's one heck of a snowstorm. We're gonna be going out in that, aren't we? Here's the vehicle bay, which we need authorization to get through. Who are you?
Spectre, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
I used to be a military tech. Except for Maiko's people, everyone's too corporate here. They just sit around sipping expensive water. So what can I do for you today?
Now, we know how to leave the station, so I'm just going to chat him a bit and I'll go back the other way.
You seem like you have an ear to the ground. What's happening around here?
There's the problems up on Peak 15. Synthetics Insights was shut down by Annihilus, and the Matriarch came through.
That's it?
Do you know where that matriarch is now?
You looking for her? She took a shuttle to Peak 15 before we lost contact.
I like how deep this dude's voice is.
What sort of problems are there at Peak 15?
Don't know. There's a blizzard up there, but we've had those before. Never cut the satellite uplinks before. 15's always had a lousy reputation. Nobody talks about what they do there. And everyone sent up comes back a little quieter.
What was that about synthetic insights?
Scuttlebutt says Laura Keene was on the take.
Scuttlebutt?
Sinalea shut down SI's offices. Quiet like, so no off-world lawyers come in on it.
What's a scuttlebutt?
What do you do here?
I'm the chief mechanic for Hanshan. Just call me Lee. Humans have a problem saying my full name. Got a team of 12 under me, keeping the shuttles coming and going.
So you're Yugo's best friend. Got it.
I have to go.
You need anything, I'll be here.
Huh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I think I've heard the term scuttlebutt before, but it was definitely not in that context. Okay. Let's take that elevator. Since that is the way I need to go, and I need to go into the office over to the right. To the east? To the east. Let's see what this elevator is about. Because if I'm remembering correctly, there is an area that I'm supposed to be able to get in around here that I'm actually trying to look for. I think this is it. Yeah, here it is. Okay.
Excuse me, I need a moment of your time.
Hello?
The male human at the hotel bar? He's a sales rep for Binary Helix. His name is Rafael Vargas. I need you to speak with him.
Do you know who I am?
Everyone here knows who you are, Dullstone.
Yeah, you kind of deserve that, Shepard.
Makes you ideal for my job. You are a known quantity, or so Vargas will think. He will assume you are here to investigate his company's dirty laundry. That will distract him from my real intentions.
That was kind of an aggressive response when just, who are you? Would have worked.
I don't know anything about Binary Helix. What would I talk to Vargas about?
I represent the Aramali City Council on Thessia. Our town is known for its biotic amp crafters.
What is your city's interest in Binary Helix? They do not manufacture amps.
Much of BH's work relates to biotics. There are rumors that the Noveria branch has flown in Asari biotics. Powerful ones. Commandos, to be specific.
That's not good.
We want to assess any potential risk to Asari copyrights. You will present yourself as a buyer, on behalf of the Spectres or the Alliance. Discuss their military enhancement programs. Your real objective will be to distract him. I will give you a device that will crack into his personal wireless network. It will upload a variety of monitoring viruses. They will infiltrate Binary Helix when he logs onto their intranet.
So for those who don't know, Asari Commandos are bad news. Something is going on here, and if the Asari Commandos are getting involved, this could very easily turn to bloodshed if it's not
Interesting
figured
plan.
out.
I'm in.
Excellent. Here is the cracking device. You will know it is done when it beeps. I have assembled a dossier on Vargas. If you would like, I could brief you on his behavior patterns.
I'm probably not going to remember any of this, but sure.
Tell me what you know about Vargas.
He is impatient with those who waste his time. I tried to get him distracted and off topic. He concluded I was not interested in his company's services. I noticed he has a tell. When a topic makes him nervous or uncomfortable, he has a tendency to rub the back of his neck. If you see that, press him on the subject. It may distract him enough to keep him talking.
Okay, so stick with business-related things, and if he starts getting uncomfortable, try to press on the topic. You can fail this, so I'm gonna say before I try.
I'd like to hear from you soon.
Yeah, like, I mean, we have stuff that beeps. I could just say it was my data pad that beeped. Real quick, what is was my quick save? I always forget my quick save. F6. Yeah, I'm gonna save real quick just in case it's not right. Yeah, there we go.
Afternoon. Sit down, have a drink. What can I do for you?
Like Shepard's, no thanks.
Who might you be?
Lorik Keen. For the moment, I am the manager of the Synthetic Insights office.
Having some trouble with your office.
Mr. Analeus closed my office. He claims to be investigating reports of my corruption. The administrator is an interesting man. He's become quite wealthy since he took direct control of rents.
I sense a connection there.
Indeed. I acquired evidence of Analeus' actions. His hired goons are ransacking my office to find it. I suspect your goal lies outside this port. Mr. Analeus would be disinclined to let you wander. If you recover the evidence from my office, I will give you my garage pass, as well as a sum of credits.
Why didn't Analeus cancel your pass clearance?
Why should he? There's nothing outside but snow and hungry Nathak.
How did you get a pass?
I'm a manager. Most executives on Noveria are free to come and go as they will.
Alright, sounds about right.
You have a plan?
I do. However, there is one other... What is that charming human expression? Fly in the lotion? Violence against Mr. Analeus' thugs may be necessary. He has members of Hanshan's security team searching my offices. He's paying them under the table. Miss Matsuo is unaware of their outside employment.
Wonder if there's a way we could talk to this Miss Matsuo, but I didn't see anybody like that.
I'll focus on trying to get your evidence. If I'm lucky, I won't have to fight anyone.
Excellent. Here is my pass into our offices. It will activate the elevator. The evidence is on my office computer. This OSD contains an encryption key to access it. Slide it into the drive and it will auto-execute. Oh, and do try to keep bloodstains off the carpets, would you?
Also, the reason I just picked the middle option rather than the top is that, if you pick the top option, it just cancels out the conversation. You gotta start it again.
Full benefits, of course.
Oh, sure, the company takes care of its own. Full insurance, paid vacation.
Alright, let's see if I can do this.
Can I help you?
Mr. Vargas? Commander Shepard, Systems Alliance Military. I understand you work for Binary Helix.
That's correct. Rafael Vargas, sales. Were you interested in our services?
And yeah, you can rat her out. I believe if you try to go in as a Spectre, he won't buy it because the Spectres can just go straight through the Asari.
It's customary to perform minor genetic upgrades on enlistment. I've been assigned to see what BH has to offer.
It was my understanding that the Alliance contracted to Mars Gene for its enhancement programs.
I'm sure you know that we pass a new budget every fiscal year. If it delivers a better soldier, contracts can change.
A sound business practice. Excuse my hesitation, I've never heard a government accused of good business sense.
Yeah, that's a very low check, which is good.
First, the boilerplate disclaimer. No genetic enhancement is guaranteed to take. You can maximize the odds, but every strand of DNA is unique. Our patented techniques can provide an 8% improvement in adrenal response, 12% faster clotting, and a measurable decrease in CG muscle degeneracy.
I've never heard of a technique that improves zero-gravity endurance.
It's a first for the industry. The advent of element zero-based artificial gravity made it a less pressing concern. We're still waiting for tests to give us an average improvement. We estimate a 7 to 11% decrease in muscle loss rates. I can get you those improvements for 30k credits per head. For a bulk order, I can work in a sensory enhancement package, guaranteed 20/15 vision, and hearing from 12 to 22,000 hertz.
Uh-oh. I don't have enough charm for that last part. Let's see.
I'll make sure that's in my report. The bean counters back at HQ can figure out the details, you know what I'm saying?
I suppose. My own job is to count beans. I have to admit, it surprised me that you were here for business. There are many development projects on Noveria, some not entirely legal.
Yeah, apparently...
I wear a lot of hats, Mr. Vargas. Some days I shut down criminals, some days I defuse nukes, some days I like to enjoy private vices.
Please beep
You understand
soon.
me?
I'm beginning to. It's obvious you have no knowledge of genetics, which makes it highly unlikely you were sent by the Alliance.
I might have to come back to this.
Maybe I'm personally interested. Ever consider that?
Then you should go to a gene clinic somewhere. I handle corporate accounts worth millions of credits. Good day, Commander.
Yeah, that's a failure. There's the quick save. This one has always been kind of hard for me.
What sort of offer?
Good. I don't think I'm
So we'll come back to that one a little later.
Full benefits, of course.
No, sure.
I'm not sure if there's a way to get through it if you don't have the charm. I'm certain there's got to be. But I don't remember ever managing to make it work unless you had enough charm or intimidate.
Bounce backing, diving, an accredited tali'zorah field.
Alright, nothing else up here. Oh, Liara got stuck on the wall. It's like, is somebody over there I can talk to? Yeah, you just hold tight, Aline. We'll be back after I level up some more. Actually... Yeah, singularity is fun. Put the rest in there. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have any points. But you can see what I mean when I mentioned that, why you want to max out Charm or Intimidate or whatever you're going for. It's really a pain. Thankfully, this is really the only one I can think of that works quite like this. I don't think there's any other quests that are similar. And not even any elevator music? Alright, let's go talk to Mr. Big Boss, because that is the last point of interest we have not checked out yet. Yeah, it kind of was. This game's got a weird thing of not having music in a lot of sections, and it's very strange. Oh, I'm sure, but honestly, I kind of think that she needed that. That probably needs the help.
How can I help you?
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
That's one thing I do like about the game, is that it lets you, the full of either side aren't necessarily the smartest options, but you can very easily mingle in between if you're not going for a straight numbers game.
I hear there was an accident on Peak 15.
We're aware of the rumors. At the moment, contact with the facility is down due to weather. All employees should review their non-disclosure agreements and avoid irresponsible free talk.
What kind of weather cuts modern communications?
A blizzard is sweeping the Scotty Mountains right now. Between the cloud cover and heavy snow, the satellite uplinks are cut.
I don't quite believe that. Alright, we're here for Ananias. Let's go
I'd
ahead
like
and
to
ask.
speak to Ananias.
One moment, please. Mr. Ananias?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
You sound a bit, agitated there, Annie boy.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain refugees from that urban blight called Earth.
Well... I am torn between mentioning he's read the file or, threatening him. Let's go with the smart option.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the Executive Board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
I'm conducting an investigation. It's a matter of galactic security.
Yes, isn't everything? I will not allow you to harass our clients. This world is private property.
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren? One of your Spectre compatriots? He is a major investor in Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
I think we know why Benezia is here.
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
Commandos? You didn't think that odd?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
And yeah, as Garrus reacted there, that would be your first point, learning commandos are not really good news. He's not going to tell us any of that, so...
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Forget him, Commander. If he won't help us, I'm sure someone else here will.
Yeah, I'm not wasting my time with you
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Oh, buddy, all you had to do was be nice, and now I'm gonna have to screw with you.
How can I help you?
I hear there was an accident on Peak 15.
We're aware. All employees should review their non-disclosure agreements and avoid irresponsible free talk.
I think I might have broke the segment. Because she's supposed to talk to me about something.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
I don't know if that's still going to trigger. We're going to be, yeah. Generally what you're supposed to do is she'll wave you down when you come out and tell you to go talk to him, but I talked to him first. I don't know if that's going to break something that comes up a little bit later. I hope it does not, but, I guess we'll find out. Alright, now where do I need to go? Down over this way. I feel like this is a habit with me by now. I break a sequence and don't even realize I've broken the sequence and then just become very, very confused for a little bit. Wait, so... Hang on. Wasn't she by the docking bay? Maybe I can talk to her about it. Because he said that they were under the table and the person who actually employed them had no idea. This place is so weird. It's just so dead silent without any music. I might be completely wasting our time. Also, I don't sprint because Shepard doesn't actually move any faster. When you're sprinting with your weapon not drawn, or when you're sprinting out of combat zone. I don't know why they did it that way. They just did. Alright, maybe there's a lady I can talk to about here. About her security detail? Yes. No? Maybe? I guess not! Okay, then. Sorry, that was a waste of time. At least we've got music now. Trumpa, 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 trumpa. Alright, let's actually go deal with this and possibly shoot a bunch of people. I mean, we did talk Fists thugs into quitting, so I still hold a little hope.
Freeze! Hanshan security. This office is sealed.
Lorik Keene gave me a pass in.
Keene? Are you working for him? He's under investigation.
Ananias is paying you to shake this place down. Does Captain Matsuo know you're here?
Hey, I'm not the one who wants Keene. Ananias has a Varen up his ass about this guy. How about this? You pretend you didn't see us, we'll pretend we didn't see you.
Sounds like a smart plan to me. Now, if only your friends were that intelligent. I feel like it was more fear of, the captain than of Shepard. Also, yes, that was a dude that just went flying because Liara grabbed him with her biotics.
That's it. Bag 'em and tag 'em.
I don't think you should tag dead bodies, Garrus. I don't think any of these are accessible. This one is. Ooh, those are nice looking things. I mean, to be fair, I only know tag in the context of hunting. Oops. I only really know that phrase in the context of hunting, if I'm being honest. It basically just means that you've shot an animal you're going to take home and scan and eat, so bag them and tag them. Secure escape. Description skill 2. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, if the skill's too low, it won't even let you use Omni Gel on it. Ain't that just some lovely, mechanics there? Thankfully, I think anybody in your party with mechanics would, do it, so I can probably get Garrus's up.
I don't think you're supposed to be in here, Shepard.
Who are you? Nope. Your point?
You have me at a disadvantage, Miss...
Oh, now you're gonna show some respect? I'm Sergeant Kyra Sterling, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
Okay.
Ananias would throw you off-world for what you did here. I won't. You know what we did to cop killers on my world?
Your men are dirty, Sergeant. You're here off-duty, breaking the law for bribe money.
I didn't want to fight them. They fired first.
Well, I don't rip you in pieces.
Really? It looks like even with a gun, you didn't rip it to pieces. Also, that's Singularity. Yes, it did in fact just kill that guy because it exploded while he was inside of it. Biotics are fun. Hello. Nicking Garrus in the back of the head. Sorry, Garrus. Sadly, much as I love Vanguard, they don't get the fun biotic skills half the time. Oh, sorry, Garrus, again. That red line meant he was trying to line up a sniper shot. Honestly, not really. Submachine guns are alright, but I honestly just prefer the pistol. The shotgun's good, but it's not... doesn't hit its stride until 2, which actually gives you a way to close the gap into melee range, making the shotgun far more useful. Oh, hello!
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
It's probably Ananias' thugs ripping the place apart.
Smartass, huh? That's fine. I can work with that.
She says as we walk down the elevator.
Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen. I'll be waiting.
But isn't he in the hotel? Was that a hotel? It looked like a bar. Have we seen a hotel? I can't tell what half the stuff is in this place. Is this the hotel? No, so it must be... the bar must also be the hotel. Do hotels regularly open up directly into the bar? That's a new one on me. The other thing is, if Male Shep's voice wasn't so boring, I'd probably go through the game as a male adept and play around with all the fun powers. One thing I do find with Mass Effect, at least, is I can't really play another female Shepard. It just sounds... the voice is the same, so it's too distinctly weird.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, Noveria Internal Affairs.
Why is an internal affairs agent here?
The executive board knows about Ananias' corruption. I've been undercover for 6 months. I want you to convince Keen to testify before the board. With his evidence, this planet can run profitably again.
You work for Ananias. Can't you just take his records?
He's a crook, not a moron. He doesn't keep logs on his computer saying, "This month I stole 3 million credits." Keen's testimony and records are everything I need to prove Ananias' guilt in one package.
Also, lady, if you're relying on us to help you, maybe not make fun of us?
Why don't you ask Keen directly?
I'm Ananias' secretary. You'd think he'd believe me? That he'd meet me in some dark alley with his evidence?
Because we're asking perfectly valid questions. You don't have to be a little snot.
I thought corruption was the rule on Noveria.
The rule is don't rock the boat. Self-interest is tolerated if it doesn't interfere with business. Ananias is driving customers away.
I need Keen's garage pass to complete my mission.
You help my investigation, I'll provide whatever you need. Favor for a favor.
Ananias is dirty. It might be best to help her.
Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law. That's bad for business.
Fine.
All right. I'll talk to Keen and see if I can convince him.
Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
Yeah, she's being a twit to us, but she needs our help. Also, this is one where I can't actually come back if I don't have enough charm to do this. We'll just have to take the loss.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked you to look into?
I finished the job, but an internal affairs investigator contacted me. She wants you to testify against Ananias.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I use it. I have no interest in a public spectacle.
I'm not dictating anything. I'm just telling you what what she said.
Everyone on this station is chafing under Ananias' extortion. You might end up a hero.
My employers rely on the goodwill of the executive board to work here.
The board is investigating Ananias. They'll be more angry at him than at you.
All right. It is obvious that I cannot dissuade you. Very well. I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
I do really like that Garrus has a lot to quip if you bring him along. Because I don't think any of your other party members will actually speak up at that point. Well, they probably will, but because it's not a thing of like Paper Mario where every party member has something to say. There are a lot of lines that just flat out won't trigger if you don't have a specific party member with you. They're always flavor lines, but I like them a lot. What is with this room? What even is this room? It's not a waiting room. There's nothing here. It's just wide open space. I thought I was bad at interior design sometimes.
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but Keen has agreed to testify.
That's a world of stress off my back. I'll take the evidence for safe transport.
I like how Garrus was looking around.
I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can be alright.
Doesn't this help you? You don't seem particularly happy.
I'm ecstatic, but right now, I just feel like a long day of work is ending.
Fair.
While you were working on Keen, I got you a garage pass. Be careful up there. I have an arrest to make. Wish I had time to change into something easy to move in. I hate skirts.
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it. See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
I love Shepard's grin when he got shoved past her. She just had the wickedest look on her face. Charm score at 10. That might be enough to finish that side quest. Should I check before we move on? I'm gonna take a pistol. Oh, I didn't realize Garrus had so many points. We'll go ahead and invest in his decryption here and see if that will actually, what's the word I'm looking for? Let me access the safes. I'm almost sure it's gotta. I don't think Shepard has decryption herself, does she? Yeah, you have to have a party member with decryption, which I think is Garrus and Tali. I don't know if Caden or Ashley have it, and I don't think Liara did, but I didn't look at her stats too clearly. Garrus, Tali, or Caden? What do electronics do? Could probably look, but meh. Nice. Oh, are you serious? The game soft locked. I don't think I've ever had this happen before. Oh Lord, where did I even save? I don't think I've ever soft locked in an elevator like that before. Oh Lord, it was all the way back over here.
I'm sorry.
Your men are dirty, Sergeant.
Okay, well, we know that's a thing that can happen, apparently. Oh, that restores the Mako. Okay. Alright, let's do this again. Alright, it was in the other office. At least I remembered. At least I realized I could. Whoa, hello! Could do it here, so I can just go check this real quick.
You!
Yara, was that you? Oops. Oh. And that's what happens if the override fails. So you can use the Omni Gel and get it out of there. I don't really like the override minigame. It exists, I guess. Much like everything else, the 1 and 2 is much more fun. They can do that. Honestly, I've found, at least on most of the difficulty levels that aren't the super hard ones, your squad is pretty well coded. Ah, gotcha. Shepard, don't land the... I'm gonna start... So let me get out of... Okay, get out of the elevator. Quick save. Then get in the elevator. I wonder what happened. I wonder why it soft locked.
Commander, there have been reports of noise from the Synthetic Insights office. Would you know anything about it?
Speak plain. What's your interest?
Not here, Spectre. Meet me at the hotel for a drink before you talk to Keen.
Oh, I can't skip that.
I'll be waiting.
Like I said, I don't think I've ever had it soft lock in an elevator like that before. Maybe the first time I played the game, but I didn't even know it could do that. Might be a good practice to try getting into quick save before getting into elevators then. Honestly, if I knew that existed, I would have made a small patch that quick saved every time you triggered an elevator, but before the code for the elevator happened, so if it did soft lock you, you could just load your quick save and you're immediately right there, no progress lost. But that's assuming that the soft lock bug would be harder to fix than it would be worth it.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. Parasini, the exec. I want you to convince Keen to testify before.
I need Keen's garage.
You help my investigation. Look, Shepard, I don't like this either. You Spectres play fast and loose with the law.
Oh, there's actually more we can
That's
ask her
bad
about.
for business.
You gave me the company line about Peak 15. What's the truth?
Before the weather closed in, Hanshan received a code Omega signal from him. Code Omega means a terminal breach of safety protocols. No one goes up until the crew sends an all clear.
And if the crew never sends an all clear?
The executive board votes whether or not to destroy the facility. One antimatter warhead from the battle stations vaporizes all contaminants.
Good lord.
How can I get to Peak 15?
The shuttles are down, so you'd have to drive up. If you get Keen to testify, I'll get you into the garage.
Do you know why the matriarch is here?
Something to do with Peak 15. She arrived after we received their Code Omega, automated warning of a containment breach. She came with an escort of Asari commandos. They took the last shuttle up to Peak 15 with a load of crates.
Do you know what she had in the crates?
No idea. The commandos wouldn't let anyone near them. They seemed heavy, though. Thank you. You know where I work. Come talk to me once you know if he'll play ball.
Apparently I cannot skip any line that has a character doing an action. That's good to know.
Always a pleasure, Spectre. Any news on that matter I asked?
I finished the job.
Now that you have my property, you want to dictate how I...
Everyone on this station...
My employers...
The board is investigating.
All right. Very well. I will testify. Make whatever arrangements you need with your contact. I will wait here.
So far it hasn't done it again, so... If we can come back up here after I talk to... I don't know. I literally keep reading her name as Giovanni. I don't know what her actual name is. If it soft locks again coming back up here, I'll restart the game. Ah, Shepard, you're a trained soldier. Why can't you move faster? Why do you only ever haul ass when you're in danger?
Spectre, have you given any more consideration to my offer?
It took some persuasion, but...
I didn't think you'd help me, being a Spectre and all. I guess some of you can
Doesn't this help you?
I'm ecstatic. While you were working on... I have an...
This is an outrage. I'll see that you never work in this sector again.
Yeah, get a move on.
You, Shepard! I demand you place this bitch under arrest!
You have the right to remain silent. I wish to God you'd exercise it.
I love that line.
See you around the galaxy, Commander. I owe you a beer.
We'll just go ahead and put both of these in decryption. Hopefully, whenever I max out his decryption, I can stop worrying about safes and stuff after that. Delicious levels, another Paragon level, or another Charm level, rather. So let's head up there and see if I can actually finish that quest. Dead silence. I will keep that in mind about moving when you hit the button, though. Okay, the elevator's moving this time, so I don't need to restart the game. It was just one little one off.
Mr. Vargas? Commander Shepard.
That's correct. Rafael Vargas, sales. Were you interested in our service?
It's customary to perform minor genetic...
It was my understanding that the Alliance contracted to Mars G.
I'm sure you know that we pass a new budget.
A sound business. First, our patented techniques can provide an 8%.
I've never heard of a technique.
It's a first. We're still waiting. I can get you those improvements for 30. For a bulk order, I can work in a sensory enhancement package. Guaranteed 20/15 vision and hearing from 12 to 22,000 hertz.
Okay, so we got this one. I don't know if we're going to have enough for the last one, but I guess we'll see.
How would you distribute the upgrades? Retroviral injections would take some time.
Well, it does take time to upgrade a body with adjusted DNA. Skin cells could be replaced in 2 weeks, but the liver takes over a year, and the skeleton a decade. For frontline units, we can speed the process with full system transfusions and injections to stimulate regrowth. It would still take 6 months to see results. I have to admit, it surprised me that you were here for business. There are many development projects on Noveria, some not entirely legal.
We didn't get that one. Oh, he mentioned the legal. Maybe if we press on that.
Does Binary Helix have any less than above board projects? I'll keep my source confidential.
Certainly not. Our corporate reputation is sterling. I can assure you all of Binary Helix's operations on Noveria are strictly on the level.
Aha! So it was just that I picked the complete wrong option last time. And with the other charm, I had him talk a bit more, so that was enough.
Sorry, Mr. Vargas. That's a call I have to take. Thank you for your time.
Of course, Commander Shepard. We look forward to hearing from the Alliance.
So that's what she meant by the tells. If you press on any of the spots he's rubbing his neck, you can probably get through that without any charm points. Or intimidate points.
Any results?
Your toy did its job.
Excellent. I will transfer 500 credits to your account.
So the renegade option is just more.
Only 500. Alright. I thought you might have wanted to provide more since you couldn't do it yourself, I mean.
Did I say 500 credits? I meant 750. Good day, Spectre.
I love how Shepard's just all coy. Oh, I still got renegade points for that. Oh, get out of the elevator. Man, it's just 2. I'm not gonna die. Honestly, I was more interested in the credits than the experience, if you wanted me to be honest. From what I recall, it's gonna be way late in the game before we get either of those last 2 charm spots. And I'm not certain that we need them for what I want to do. I am still going to try my best to get them, but you don't need a full bar to get those 2 from what I recall. I could completely be wrong about this. I don't know for sure, but... Is it only on Noveria that this happens? Can I stop quick saving once I get off Noveria?
Access to the garage is restricted.
I have authorization. Excuse me.
Yes, that's genuine. Drive safely. The weather's supposed to be pretty bad out in the Alutsk Valley.
She sounded so nervous for a second there. Okay. That's not normal. Hello! How did you get through security?
I'd say these are what the matriarch had in the crates.
I'd say so too, Garrus. I'd say so too. Whoa! Nice shot of that singularity, Liara. The ones that bugged me are the one going all Kayako on the ceiling there. Got it. Is it dead? I think it's dead. Yeah, it's dead. Hey, Matsu.
What did you do here, Commander?
Me? I'm the victim here. The Geth attacked us.
Geth, you expect me to... Where did they come from?
If I were to guess, the matriarch packed them in the shipping container she arrived with.
I don't believe that. We did thorough scans of those. There were no power sources, no element zero masses. If Benezia Sama's containers were packed with these things, there are many more out there.
Also, you don't have to believe it. You can literally walk 4 steps forward, 2 to the right, and find a dead Geth right there. There's like 6 in the entire area. I believe if you have Tali here, she'll confirm that the Geth can actually cloak themselves. And that's how they got through.
I need numbers, Captain. A dozen? 100?
Dozens, at least. They're machines. You could pack them tightly. I must report to the executive board. If word gets out about loose Geth, there may be an investor panic.
And she just vanishes into the ether. I don't think there's anything I can loot around here, is there? Doesn't look like it. I can't rob the place. What kind of place is this? So I don't know why it has the Mako symbol back there when the Mako is actually up here. And we are now done with the first half of Noveria. Yes, there is a lot more.